Oh, what time is it? I knew I shouldn't have come out here having not slept, but I was pretty excited. That last signal we found actually brought in a wave of attention, and this place got a sudden rush of funding. And I just had the craziest dream. I had to complete my retraining in the pool rooms. Hello, everyone, and welcome back, once again, to Voices of the Void. And once again, I was made to make a new journey out here during the night, so I haven't really seen what's new. But this base has been completely revamped. And apparently my coworkers got to it first. This place is absolutely filthy. Oh, look at this! All this new equipment. Apparently the best computer consoles 1975 can buy. And they've already managed to trash it all. Okay, well, let's ball this up and, gross. I don't even... It literally splashes out on the floor when you throw it down. You've got to be kidding me. Okay, so I suppose this is a good thing overall, but honestly, I've been having nightmares ever since I left this place and was really grateful to be able to take a break for about a week. But now we've got to get back to it, and I know what I saw. I know what I heard. Now, I may not have gotten a chance to get a good look at the place in the light, but I don't think it's just our equipment here. I think the entire base has been revamped. I'm seeing what distinctly appears to be power lines silhouetted against the sky out there. And honestly, these sort of metal blast shields are of little comfort for whatever I heard running around in the woods last shift. And so, before I even think about getting this stuff going, I think I'm going to have a look around. Now, they really didn't have much to say to me with regards to what I found in my sleeping quarters. Let's see if they actually did anything with that. Seems they just covered it up the same way it was before, huh? I'm definitely going to want to have another look at that, even put the mannequins back. Huh. Seems for some reason they've decided to move these two things around. Well, I suppose it sort of makes sense. Like, if I want to go out and investigate the towers, I can now easily do so on my way to the bay. Is the password still the same? Yes, it is. Thank goodness. Otherwise, I might have found myself locked in. But it seems like this area is still the same place I knew. Either somebody forgot to leave the parking brake on, or we've got ghosts now on top of everything. Then again, my experiences last time led me to believe that it's not outside the realm of possibility that space itself is haunted. Darwin, you have been doing a fantastic job of watching over me in my sleep, but to be honest, I think I'd be more comfortable having you here with me. Let's look for a signal. Oh wow, there is some heavy-duty hardware going on here. Now when I find a signal, I can actually hear those massive towers lurching about in the dark. Oh, that is so creepy. Well, there's one more aspect of the job for me to hate. While that's happening, we should probably check our email. Oh, we've got a dedicated 1995 desktop as opposed to our laptop, so that's fun. How do we have to turn you on somehow? We do? Hang on, what's... probably activate, right? There we go! Oh, it's got an operating system and everything. Honestly, kind of feels like an omen, that rain on our first day back. And it does considerably darken things, so I can't even see the towers silhouetted against the sky like I could before. But it seems that even if we lost all our items, we did at least get the benefit of keeping our upgrades, so that's good. I think the very first thing we're going to want to do is order ourselves another crowbar to keep ourselves in the game for just a little while longer. order. And let's get this thing going. Alright, you'll start downloading pretty quickly, too. And you know what? We are settled in, the doors are locked, the lights are on. I think now would be a pretty good time to go to sleep. And, maybe just... oh, wow, look at that. Maybe just put something over the windows, at least as much as we can. Why can't we cover the window over our bed? Look at those skies. Look at those lights dancing in the sky. Call it a dream of horrifying things happening overhead, given the nature of our work. But I kind of want to get out there and see what's going on. Now, right after we check on this. Now, what is it that we see from our front window now? Things seem to be mostly the same. But that bunker over there still taunts me. Man, are those power lines even still working? I mean, that looks incredibly janky. Look at all those angles they're twisted at. But man, it just seems like those rainy days are so much more overcast than they were before, doesn't it? My first day back, and already it feels like I'm just so alone out here. Let's have a look at these towers, shall we? See how things are going, since that download does seem to have slowed down considerably. Thankfully, it does seem that everything's still going nominal. But maybe we'll have a look around at some point just to see. Maybe that's foolish. Either way, I heard the drone come by during the night, so let's just collect our crowbar and get going. Hang in there. Well, I'm really glad they've decided to spruce the place up, you know? I mean, that's really the thing we needed to take the edge off of this job. But dawn breaks, and once more, we're able to see that deceptive beauty that this park offers. Literally, there is not an inch that they can drop this stuff where they won't contaminate. Yeah, that's what I thought. Maybe we can drop this stuff in these bins out here. I mean, if we can get that lid to stay open, maybe it's possible. Yep. And if we go like that, come on. If we go like that. How cheap are we out here? Whatever. Are those mushrooms still growing? I really hope they didn't spray anything for those. Actually, what is this? Just more trash. Oh, that's really not good. Did they really decide to remove, like, pretty much the one thing that could actually sustain me? Oh, hey. We've got ourselves, well, first of all, a bench for comfort, but also a mailbox. Hang on, this wasn't here before. I don't really feel good about the red flash on that one. Oh, do you not close on your own anymore? Huh, okay, we're gonna have to remain on top of this, and there's a note right here. You leave this place for 2 seconds, and suddenly... Password 1111. Okay, so why is that inside? Okay, you're done. That means we are going to go like this. What are you, an asteroid? Cool. Which means that I have to relearn all these buttons by sight. Import. And I suppose we might as well start downloading you, right? So where do we place you? Right there. And no, we've got to import you and then start. That'll be the start of us making some money, but we've got to read our emails. Yeah. I'll be honest, I was really starting to practically starve to death last time, so if nothing else, I'm grateful for a fresh start, a fresh stock. If you're gonna take my stuff away, it's the least you can do, I suppose. Beginner's Guide to Recycling. Too much garbage at your house? Want to compress it so it won't take too much space? Recycle your trash into more compact form. The following pages will teach you how to compress trash into something more usable, and it's very easy. Wood scrap. 2 times large wooden jibs. Oh, we can compact it, like, by collecting the items. Plastic, 6 plastic trash. Okay, is this like some kind of, like, rudimentary crafting system, almost? More coming soon. Alright, let's start working on that, then. So if we go like that, we can... Yeah, unfortunately it doesn't seem to be telling me exactly how to do that, which is a bit of an issue, but what is that over there? Oh, I see. That's what those power lines are for. Yeah, this was actually covered in my training. From the direction of the cables, I thought it was down, but no. Throughout the base are all these new transformers that they've installed, and we'll actually lose power if these things go down. When we encounter them, I believe what we have to do is cycle them. Do you hear that? You heard that, right? I could have sworn I just heard something stomping around over here. Oh god, is it going to be that thing that chased me in the woods? You guys remember that, right? In the previous episode, I was out on my ATV and something chased me. Oh no, has it found where I live? I probably smelled the trash from all this food waste from a mile away. And what is that over there? Seems there's a lot more going on in these. Hello? Yeah, I'm friendly. Don't mind the crowbar. I'm only gonna use it on you if you make me, or if you're really weird looking and startle me. That definitely seemed deliberate. Like it was trying to get my attention and lure me into the woods. Why am I doing this? Why must I be curious? I think that was the sound of me just... No, that rock's not a physics prop. It's not a physics prop. See, this is why I always have to have something to do, because if I don't, I start doing stuff like this. Alright, forget it. Forget it. I don't even know what I'm doing up here. I just need to get back to base. Lock the doors. Definitely keep the doors locked, especially since they don't close on their own anymore. And just do my job. Keep my head down. Until tonight, when one of these towers inevitably goes down and I have to go fix it. No, something's definitely still making noises around here. There's something over here. I don't know if it's just the transformer. Actually, those green lights sort of make me think that maybe this isn't just what indicates which of the transformers is down, so I guess there's like 3 of them out there. By having things be so granular, and by having the systems be so deep and varied, it just always keeps you guessing. It keeps that mystery alive that it just wouldn't be able to if it was a more straightforward narrative. But we should probably... Yep, you're done. I'm going to keep processing you up, and we'll see what else is out there. Have we got anything on radar? I can't actually tell. I think it was always 3, so that's probably fine. And of course, one of the first things we're going to want to do is start breaking through to here, so that we can see what's become of that underground after the renovations. They really just sealed it up again and didn't even give a single care to informing anyone, telling anybody about this. You know what? That's just exactly like them. Looks good. Okay, we'll continue to process you up to level 3. It is so good to have a free day. But this is yet another object. From the look of that grainy image, maybe even one of our own satellites. So let's get one of you guys. It is so good to be refreshed like this. But if anything, I'm just more on edge than ever. Now, some of you have actually advised me to maybe give some of these a listen, even without processing them up. Of course, that doesn't always mean we'll find something, but it is something that we can do. And it's not always necessarily just a more degraded version of the level 3. One thing I've also finally realized I can do is pick these things up, right? And then learn the info about them. Ah, it is coal. A big piece of coal, and for some reason, we have tons of it. Now, they've given us a fridge, but, of course, they've only lightly stocked it. Well, to be honest, this is the most appetizing burger we've yet had the privilege of consuming. Now, let's have a look at how this is going as we head into our first real full night back. Things seem to be going much more quickly now. I think I've really gotten a handle on the mechanics now, at least for the most part. And I feel like we're ready to start taking things a bit more seriously. I know I've had a lot of false starts on this thing. I mean, the first 2 videos weren't even intended to be a series, but now I'm in it for the long haul. Now that I know that these saves are compatible, now that I'm on the latest version, I'm ready to begin my journey. And I'm already just a little bit unhinged. I mean, my coworker's corpse is on my desk. But yeah, you are not going anywhere until we processed you up. Unknown and object. Those are the 2 things that I have the most interest in. You know? Something about being gone for this long. I mean, clearly they haven't kept up on the landscaping. But I will say, from being out there today, from enjoying the rain, this is just such a much more beautiful location. And even though I feel like I'm constantly under siege from some unseen threat outside, and from above, I oddly am starting to feel a bit more at home here. I'm starting to, much like myself as a kid reading scary stories by the rain, I'm starting to feel like I'm part of this rather than hiding from it. I'm sure the world will have something to say about that, but for now, I'm content to keep that feeling. Tango is down. I'll tell you what, I am just itching for an excuse to get out there now, even if there is maybe something that doesn't want me here. So let's SV target Tango and get a move on. And while we're at it, what's Mars up to these days? It seems to have... Oh, we can move this! How have I never thought to do that? Just how close can we get, though? There's only... Wow, actually very close. Although, at that level of zoom, the minute movements of the telescope are very pronounced. Look at that detail. Kind of reminds you why we do this, doesn't it? I mean, curiosity always seems to win out with humans. You guys really do just appear anywhere. Alright, let's get a move on then. Oh, we've got a horn. I don't know if we had that before or not, but, well, I'll certainly enjoy it. Maybe I can play myself some tunes to amuse myself while I'm out here. Now, I would really like it if they had maybe illuminated the path to that other bridge, but something tells me they won't have, and I'll still have to navigate in the dark, potentially hurling myself into a river to get there. Yep, how did I know? Oh well. I've started to know this place like the back of my hand, and, well, then they went ahead and changed everything! That wasn't something that changed, that was just negligence. Okay, well, that one's on me. Let's go. Oh, man. So many hours of that not happening, and then first night back. I mean, it just feels like this return is cursed. Like it wants to punish my newfound confidence. You know, I can't stop thinking about the fact that they didn't even try to talk to me about the fact that I clearly found that place underneath my bedroom. So I feel like it's only fair that I not inform them of the incident that just occurred. A whole lot of paperwork, a whole lot of red tape. Honestly, it's probably better for both parties if nobody knows. I've actually got to replace my flashlight batteries. Wow, it was not smart of me coming out here without even checking that. And I'm not sure what that 60 is in the bottom right. Hello, what is this? Huh. Maybe they are putting some focus onto creature comforts, but it seems like all this has already been overturned by something. Let me just do my duty as a park ranger and try and right this. I guess I just don't have the strength. Maybe it's Shift E? Yeah, there we go, for heavier objects. That's how detailed this game is. Literally different controls for different weights of object. There we go. Employee of the Month material. Not even my job. In fact, it's no one's job. It'll have been very faint. By the time I EQ, you won't be able to hear it, but I swear I heard something directional behind me. The headphones don't lie, and apparently we put up these fences to make missing a turn all the more deadly for me. You guys know these things have a tendency to break at night, right? This way to base. No, there's definitely something there. There's definitely something there. Okay, go. And this thing clearly doesn't care about night or day. Of course, all these upgrades, and they've still yet to give me the ability to mail out and ask what it is that's out there, and if anyone else has heard from it. Okay, how are these things going? You planet, you good. All right, let's get another one of these drives. So far, so good. We're gonna have a lot of good stuff to trade. It's just so eerie to me knowing from inside my cozy little base that those things are grinding away out there. And that sound effect, it's the little things that add so much to the experience, and I just feel for anyone caught out there in the middle of the night who suddenly hears that sound echoing through the forest. Since we've got enough food in the base for a while, I think I'm going to start focusing on upgrades more. So I'm probably going to put a couple more points into server stability, another into download speed. I should also... radar history. And radar speed. I've got to have another look in the menu to see exactly what some of these things do. Oh, I see. Automatic polarity detection makes it so that it's always on the right polarity. Okay, that makes so much sense. All right. Yep, getting the hang of it. Now, what about the upgrades? Computer power, obviously pretty straightforward. Ping speed doesn't seem too necessary. Sensor speed is nice to have, and sensor size, not really necessary. Detector quality might be nice, but I don't know if it's necessary. I mean, we get a clearer image, but that probably doesn't affect the signal. Yeah, server stability is probably actually the way to go for now, because that'll save us the most trouble in the long run, right? That was weird. You guys saw that, right? Oh, now you, object, seem to have completed. So let's see what you're about. Okay, we're back in business. That's symbols, text. That's some kind of, like, language. I mean, unmistakably, right? That can't be just random. There we go. Save signal. That'll save it to our laptop. Grab. Okay, that's definitely going out. An unknown. We're processing you to max for sure. I should be sleeping now. Eating and sleeping. If anything, it almost looks like we're draining food faster, but... Who could sleep at a time like this? We are making very important discoveries in very short order. Let's grab a new battery and go downstairs to see what, if anything, has changed with this place. And I will also happily accept a floor burger. Come on. Why do I always have to do this when it's dark? Yeah, the shadows of my feet are not quelling fears that this place might be haunted. And it seems Starry Night has been replaced by something familiar, evoking memories of childhood, and yet still so abstract in its presentation. I'll be taking it. But what about back here? It seems like it's probably still the same. That's weird. That signal just disappeared when I homed in on it. Huh. Have we seen that before? I'm not sure. It's almost like it knew something was looking for it. Oh wow, a whole cluster of these things. Alright, well, we're definitely gonna get something out of this. No. How about you, sir? There we are. And I wonder if that one will still be there when it comes time to grab another one. Oh yeah, it might have been a rough first episode, but I think the discoveries are going to start coming at us a lot faster now. You know, I was actually going to criticize that part of the game, how there's like such a reverse difficulty curve where I feel like the lack of stuff going on will actually turn a lot of people off early on in the game. However, I am starting to see it how, from a certain point of view, it's sort of like the first week or so is meant to get you acclimated to the job itself, and then everything after that is about indulging in the fruits of that. Which, you know, it makes it definitely not a game for everyone, but if that is the intention, I can see the logic to it. Alright, it's now after midnight, which means we're probably going to have a task. We're going to have to get out there, do some hash codes, and most likely... Actually, now that I think about it, did I have a shadow before? I don't even remember. One of the many new perks of the job, I guess, but in any case, we should have an email and probably some towers down. You have failed the report. I didn't even see if there was a report, honestly. I just thought it was the same stuff as before. Alright, so now we have to check Kilo and Papa, as well as 3 level 0 signals and 1 level 3. We can certainly do that. And of course, I'm going to want to send out the 1. I mean, if we were able to get all this funding last time, imagine what that's going to get us. Answer? Probably nothing for several weeks to months, but you know how it is. Like, are all these things from different sources throughout the galaxy, or is there maybe something... Is there maybe something actually coming toward us? Like, maybe the frequency at which we're discovering these things isn't a coincidence. That's not a fun thought to have. That is quite a bit more legible, isn't it? Alright, let's have a look at this and get to the right angle where we can actually see it, and yeah, that's far more convenient. So this is Papa. Wow, look at that reflection in the river below. That is absolutely gorgeous to look at. Just a little bit of light goes a long way, doesn't it? There's our base over there. I mean, I feel like sometimes you just want to, when you have a moment, just sit on top of one of these towers and just breathe the air. It really is refreshing in its own way. Provided you don't hear something stomping below. I think that was just the server, but anyway, on to November. Look at the way those cables swing in the wind. Now, is that light post up there, is that just another sign? I mean, we're pretty far out from base. I might go over there and check it out, actually. But not before I fix this thing. Look at that, how the light catches some trees before others. We can almost practically see the sunlight washing over the valley. This game, maybe it's just me noticing more, but it's not like I didn't spend a lot of time here, so I think it's gotten prettier. Let's head over there. I have wanted for a while to see where these power lines actually end, and maybe this is a good opportunity to do so. Yeah, what is this? Nobody told me about this. Oh, this place is an absolute dump, but then again, what do I expect from these people? Without a garbage truck, I'm not being able to do much more than this. Of course, this is the state we keep our generators in. Well, let's cycle you, and hopefully this keeps up so I don't have to come back here ever again. What is that smell? Alright. Let's get out of here. Absolute gorgeous imagery we're getting, and every time I get a little bit freaked out by this place, it just gives me a new wallpaper. Now, if only I had the privileges to be able to set that on my new desktop. Say it with me, kids. Nope. Actually, I'm seeing a skull down there. I'm seeing a skull. You're coming with me. Come on. Darwin's family extraction. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, now never make me go back in there again. You're safe for now. Well, that was harrowing. What we've learned out there tonight is that our exploration of this place is far from complete. There's still plenty we haven't seen, and I can't wait to get back out there. But for now, I think it's time for a joyous family reunion. Let's drop you. Come on. Yep, together again at last. You can keep the time. Well, Darwin keeps me company. I wonder if management is ever going to be like, where do you keep getting these? But it seems like our unknown is now finished. So let's stick you in there. Come on. Import, save. Doesn't seem to have been too much to that one, just a question of what it actually is. Oh, it seems there was a save hiding underneath this drive. Let's just place that report on there. I do have the penalties for failing the task turned off. So we can just eat that, grab that, and call for extraction, I guess. Oh, these doors are actually physics-based. Oh, I've been letting the warm air in this entire time. Nope, no. Why do I feel so much more awkward with these controls all of a sudden? It's like you give me a prompt, giving me more options, and somehow it gets harder for me. I just have to get used to it, I suppose. Now, let's get back to work. Our daily tasks should be completed, and we'll see where we go from here. Alright, what have you got for us? Daily task info, we got the full 50, that's excellent. I'm sure we're just hearing shapes in the clouds, but yee. This is beginning to creep me out. None of this lines up with any natural phenomena we know about, so at least we'll learn something. Hopefully something not terrible. Man. I mean, that's the thing. It's cool, it's exciting, but at a certain point, you have to wonder what this actually means for us in our future. But that is a nice injection of stuff. And, well, we'll have to start looking into upgrades and various things we need. Oh, we've got ourselves another object, do we? Alright, well, we'll start processing that up. Objects are very important no matter what our jobs for the day are. You know what? These lights are actually kind of suffocating during the day. Hang on. Well, I guess it doesn't make that much difference, but did you see that? What is with that? Can we get on top of here somehow? Can we climb the trash heap? Wow, this stuff might have a use after all. Hang on. I'm getting ideas. Yeah, there's another one. They're all over, actually, now that I look at it. Hang on, can we go up here, and up here, and up here, and up here? I am definitely getting pay-docked for this. But it doesn't seem like it really does anything. Okay. Man, that really caught my eye at first. Maybe there's something about the crowbar that makes me want to crawl around in vents. I think we're gonna go all in on sensor success rate. Computer power, probably a good thing to have. We'll double that. We'll also get faster sensor speed. I think that'll be nice. Download speed we're probably good on for now. Always want to keep a little bit in reserve at the very least. And to that end, I think we're fine. Maybe we'll increase our detector sensitivity and frequency just for kicks. I'm really glad we're at the point where we don't have to worry about this too much. Now, radar colors and radar entity difference don't appear in the help as far as I can tell. You're almost good to go. I'm gonna have a look and see who's down. Who put all this trash on the console? Now we're gonna head for Oscar right now because I believe there is probably another transformer in that direction. So let's go. I really want to follow these cables and make sure I don't neglect those things because I had an absolute heart attack last time I let them go down and I never want that to happen again. Of course, last time it was out of my control. Now I feel worse knowing it is my responsibility. But at least it'll give us a chance to further explore the park, right? Seems a tree is fallen over here. We could probably run across that, but the ATV certainly can't. But it doesn't seem any power lines actually go out this way. That's alright, we'll still have a look around. We've got a bit of fuel to spare. I once again heard something on my left. But there's not a lot of places for something to be because the fence is right there. But are those power lines? Nope, just really straight branches and oddly uniform. Oh, hey. And hey, that's some kind of crater? I don't want to get myself down there. But it doesn't seem we can make our way to that Firewatch. Alright, this is going to be a job for save scumming, I think. Let's be really, really careful about this, because I did see something down there. What is that? And, ooh, a donut! This is why we load. I'm all for rolling with the punches, people, but this seems like a one-way trip. And one which I really don't want to have to walk all the way back out here, but tell you what, at the risk of one more reload, let's see what this thing is. Argemia plush, or Argemia, okay. Well, as much as I'd like to bring this back, I don't think there's any way out of this pit. Get off my screen, tooltips. I think there is a way to turn those off, but I haven't found it yet. So while we're here, let's just continue to have a look around. We've still got a bit of fuel. And, yep, here's this thing. Quite well known to us by now, and it seems that even for all their recent investments in this area, they still didn't see fit to remove it. Or maybe they haven't found it, who knows. We have no idea how thorough they actually were, but from some of what we've been finding out here, apparently not that thorough. I haven't dared tell them about the cave. Wow, the forest is exceptionally dense here. I don't know if I've seen anything quite like this. What? Wait. I could have sworn I was just looking in the direction of the base. I don't have a ton of fuel. This is not a good time to get turned around. There's something up ahead. I have no idea where I am at this point, so I don't know. This looks like another Transformer house. Question is it the same Transformer house? Nope, this one is in considerably better shape. And, oh, hallelujah, we've got some fuel. And some candy. Oh yeah, we've got a hammer, which I've noticed is something we can buy. It's actually considered a work in progress. This public domain barrel that is in no way referential of anything else. And we can fix this thing so that it won't go down on us. More fuel, even. Okay, I don't have my crowbar with me right now, but coming back to this station might be something that's useful in the future. Now, the tutorial did advise me, because remember I was talking about this in the last episode, that there is actually a way to sell unwanted items now. So we'll have to look into how we do that. I believe it's a different kind of box that can go out. Let's see if we can't get a good view. Actually, we don't need a good view. We can just follow the power lines back. Ah, that's one more way for us to navigate. That was fun. That sound here behind me is just me running over a rock, so don't worry about that. But yeah, it seems like we've gone and done pretty well for ourselves this first couple of nights. I'm really happy to be able to finally focus on the important stuff. And I only discovered some cosmic horrors, so that's cool. Now you should be done right about now, right? Yeah. So let's give this a listen. Let's save, and... Not only are those vocalizations, we were actually able to discern text from that. I can't read it, but it's definitely trying to tell us something. And apparently where it's dog, so I guess we don't have to worry about anything. Oh, there we go. That is so much faster. That alone, like, once you get through those early upgrades that just make everything so agonizing, this game becomes a lot more palatable. And we're going to have more spending money, and we're going to have just all kinds of goodies from here on out. At least until something decides that it doesn't like what we've been doing and makes a personal appearance. Have I mentioned I truly have no idea what's out there? Now the thing is, I've been updating the cooldown, but it doesn't seem like it's actually getting any faster. It seems like it's always 25. I mean, I've read the tooltip, but unless I'm just misunderstanding what the cooldown actually means... Might as well get some tidying done. If I don't know how to get rid of this stuff, I might as well just pile it to the ceiling. Actually, there is a solution to a problem I've long had just staring me right in the face. Why don't I just use this to pile up to the ladder and get on the roof? Okay, I'll do that in the morning. I was gonna get some rest before midnight and we get our new goals, but... let's try this, because we haven't really done this before, right? I mean, right now I'm sitting in front of a computer in the dark, lit only by my screens. What happens if we do the same? Oh, we've actually got new email. Oh, never mind. I guess we don't. Alright, well, whatever. In any case, this is actually kind of cozy, isn't it? I mean, there are two dead people staring back at me, but I have a feeling we're pretty cool with them. One of them's a former coworker, I assume, and the other I saved from a fate much worse than this, and is surely used to darkness. Then again, I can't help but think about the last thing we intercepted, what we're going to intercept now. We really can't figure out what this is? Wow, it's giving us, like, no information. Well, at least nothing from outside can really see us, right? I mean, having the lights on, we're basically a beacon. And sometimes those servers in the corner sound just a little bit like a faint footstep. What was that? Why did that happen? Why did you get thrown around like that? Nothing from the vents. That... okay, hang on. I can't be wasting battery in here. Maybe I'll order a new stock, but... in any case, this signal is done. What are you? Just all unknown. Yep, another one for processing. Alright, screw this, man. Maybe I do need some rest. This job, it's gonna be the death of me. And I really hope that I at least get something out of it. Still not even close to midnight. We are, I'll give it this, we are doing a much better job at keeping on top of our needs. That will never not scare the crap out of me, that one stupid blade of grass outside. Wash your... I guess we'll never find out what I'm supposed to wash. I'm starting to see the value in the hunger and sleep system, which I do still think it's maybe a little much early on. However, I'm seeing the value in it in that what this game does in its economy is it equates time with life, which makes it all the more valuable when you get upgrades that are meant to save you time. Yeah, wow, these servers are actually... I think it does affect the towers because they're actually staying up pretty well now. You're going fine, and it seems the rain is upon us. You know, maybe we could stand to enjoy the ambiance just a little bit more. Look at the glow from all this equipment. There's just something about sort of compromising your safety bubble, isn't there? I mean, I've talked before about having my lit little cozy space in the middle of a vast ocean of darkness and uncertainty, but what happens when we let the darkness in? Still physically safe, but now utterly obscured and blending in with that darkness. Now, there's coziness in that as well, as I think, and it's not something I really often get to explore. Oh wow, I always forget to start doing these things. Look, we can't see really anything except for the raindrops falling in front of that huge window. I would actually hide under the desk if there weren't so much garbage under there if I saw something just briefly cross in front of that light. It's almost like they want to give us things to be jump scared by. Let's actually... Ooh, hadn't considered that lightning would light up this space. Let's take you and listen to you at level 2. Yeah, it doesn't seem like we've gotten much from that, so let's just take you back and continue the process. After this, we'll have 4 level 3s ready to mess with. Yeah, unfortunately, as atmospheric as it would be to sit here and work by battery light, I just can't waste them on that, although it is something I would like to at least see. Yeah, look at that. Certainly less convenient, but very atmospheric. Just listen to the sounds of the rain on top of our concrete tomb. But there's a time for play and a time for work, and now's the time for work, lest we lose our advantage. Imagine you're just, sitting here doing your business, and the lightning flash just illuminates someone staring at you from behind that rock. Things you don't like to think about. I don't want to sleep. Why not? Is it just because I'm above a certain point, or is it because you maybe know something I don't? I mean, you are me, right? Unfortunately, I don't yet have another drive. I'll order some more, but this close to midnight, I'm just gonna wait for the other guy to come and bring one on his own. Yeah, we have got a whole library of excitement here, and we're about to expand it even more. In the meantime, let's have a look at some of what we can get. Let's have a look at our email. Okay, so we need Echo and Yankee, 3 level 0, 1 level 1. Oh wow, not a lot of confidence in us, do you? Well, I guess we'll process the one we have to level 1 and then just farm out a bunch more. But in the meantime, we should probably be ordering more drives, more food. Actually, at the moment, we can only afford a couple of drives. A crate. Hang on, what do you give us in a whole crate? Let's get this out. Not the hammer. The hammer is not what I wanted, although I forgot I had it. No. I feel like we'll have better progress with a crowbar. Oh, it broke open on its own? I didn't know that was a thing. Okay, well, I will happily help myself to that MRE. It didn't help nearly as much as I had hoped it would. But we can just stick a U there and get this show on the road. Now, because you're a star, I don't know, maybe we keep you the way you are? Maybe we use you for the job? I'm still going to send these things out anyway, or at least 2 or 3 of them, just so that we maintain our head start. There are our drives. Bang, 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 bang. There we go. But we have got bigger fish to fry. I'm honestly starting to become excited about going out here during the night. I mean, I almost want to bait something into coming for me. Come on, can't drive while holding an object. What kind of school nonsense is that? There's the way you're taught to drive, and then there's the way you actually drive. And if I want to do it with my hands full of a 2-handed object, well, that's my right as an American. Yeah, no, something's definitely out there. And it's become more frequent, if anything. Huh, so it's Alt, is it? Alt is the horn button? Maybe I don't want to be calling too much attention to myself. Look! Are these supposed to be fireflies? Oh, what a gorgeous addition. I remember fireflies as a kid. Too bad they're extinct now. Oh, they're not extinct? Just on their way? Okay. I can hear, in the base of my headphones, I can hear like a rumbling. It almost sounds like something sustained running on all fours, and I have no idea what it is. It's just, in this update, it just feels like there's stuff happening all around me every time I'm out here. It's not just occasional like it was before. Being out here in a rainstorm, I just came out here without even thinking. Like getting these reports done early in the day, it'll allow us to order some of the necessities that we desperately need. Look at all those things all pointed in the same direction. I mean, really look at that. Times like this, you can see the true enormity of this operation and what it is we're doing here. This isn't just some backwater little job that, like, some niche nutjob rich guy is doing, no? This has got some kind of backing behind it. That's actually something I hadn't considered. Is this a government thing, or is it just some rich backers? People who maybe know something, or people who just want to know something? Well, either way, we've got a job to do, and it seems that our job for today is more or less done. Hello. Well, at least we have some place to take shelter from the rain. I haven't seen one of these that we could actually enter before. It doesn't seem like there was actually any reason to do so. Imagine the size of something that could live in here. Well, you know what? Maybe we don't think about that for now. Maybe we think about that when we're inside with our warm, cozy base, with our coffee that we can't make because we don't have a coffee machine. Maybe we'll buy something nice for ourselves one of these days. You know what I'm just now realizing? Now that these doors don't close on their own anymore, it's a much more dangerous proposition to leave this garage door open. So that's something we're going to have to start considering in the future. Okay, geez, there's a thought. Now we have no idea. Literally any wild animal could have wandered on in here, which is not something I like to consider. There's actually a convenient little counter right here that we can keep stuff on, so that'll make things a bit easier. I wish I was able to process these things up. I know I can save them, but I don't think I can process them from there. The sparks that flew just now. But I guess we'll leave incomplete drives over here, and ones that are going out for a job over here. Actually, we can process that one once. We need a level 1. Clear skies, bright morning, rise and shine. I guess I haven't been sleeping for long enough to use the toilet again. That thing is a miracle. It's like caffeine. But anyway, how we doing here? Looks like... Oh, I hate it when it does this. Now, once this is done, we'll be able to complete this. But I do have a job for today. Yes, we are going to be using the trash, utilizing the failures of the workmen and our past predecessors. And we're going to get onto this roof and finally see what's up there. It's the last thing I do. Now, many methods have been suggested, however, I simply cannot think of a more rational and readily available solution than to stack the trash sky high. Make ourselves a staircase. We'll probably need at least 2 piles. But if we can get this done, it'll be the greatest accomplishment on this site, and that's saying something. With the bins here, you honestly can't even say that it's not the proper area. I mean, if anything, this is just an efficient way to not only get what I desire, but to tidy up the base in the process. Even if we are going to have to start going a long way in order to get there, let's just start throwing piles out over here, save some time. This game has shades of many other games, but this is the first time it's really had shades of Viscera cleanup detail, not that I'm complaining. I mean, being able to stack it up and actually have physics, well, honestly, that makes this trash among the more useful objects in the game at this point, doesn't it? Someone watching me? Because I don't like being watched. I mean, well, it's a YouTube channel, but you get the idea. This one, it's going to be a little bit finicky. Thank you, save, for being ready in case I fall and break my neck. Onto here, and there we go, we did it. Oh, and there's a whole lot of stuff up here, but none more important than the humble hamburger. Well, let's munch on that and continue exploring our roof. Ah, these vents actually lead right outside. And what are you? Let's collect and check the info. Tile. Strange metal tile has weird symbols on it. Okay, we'll have to have a look at what we can do with that. In the meantime, there's a couple of crates up here that need to be brought downstairs, or maybe I should just break them right here. Do I have the crowbar? I do. Let's get to work. Seems like they drop all the same stuff, but nonetheless, it helps to sustain our efforts. Not a bad thing to have by any stretch. There we go. A whole lot of coal. Did Santa work here before me? Researcher's task notes for the day. Cleaned ATV bay. Sort of. Now, how are we doing with this? 100%. Excellent. Save. And save. Another unknown. Dang it! Oh, wow. We've got some overlap. What'll that do for us? There we go. I mean, that's gotta be something interesting, right? We might have our work cut out for us. Maybe we won't even process this one. That's a planet. Okay, so we're gonna take that. Whoops. We're gonna take that, and you will be part of this. Alright, and all we needed was 3 level 0 and 1 level 1. I believe that's the case, right? Yep, 3 level 0, 1 level 1. And we can throw you all in there, along with 2 level 3s that we'll also send out for the money, while leaving 2 in reserve for any emergency jobs. Oops. That save always scares me, and I think I'm crashing. Alright, so let's drop that note, which will allow us to... Yep, that's that. Come on. And we can call for extraction. Seems to be a bug where sometimes I can't actually interact with you correctly, but yeah, we've got another level 3 now. Let's see what we make of this. Yeah, it just hasn't been much of interest. Maybe from now on I should start just using the high volume, like high data ones? I'm not sure. It seems like unknown doesn't always mean something, but object maybe we always should still. There you go. First time visually seeing you in this episode. And it wouldn't be an episode without, would it? And there you go. I always have to check if you still do the thing. But look, I actually do have to get out there today. I need to, I probably need to check that last, what do you call it, transformer. Serviceability is a beautiful thing. It's been like a full day since I've actually had one of these things go down. And I believe the next transformer we would have to look at would be over in this direction, and I have to say, not having these things go down every 2 seconds is a huge boon for me, because it just makes it so that I have so much more free time, and I feel like in this part, I mean, I'm sure some of it has been tuned just through updates, but I'm really starting to feel like it's the experience that I was hoping it could be. Oh, but no, you guys don't actually go out this way. Huh. I'm a little confused where the third one is, then. Well, in any case, we might as well use this time to check out this corner of the map, right? Look at all these flowers. This is definitely one new thing that wasn't here before. But it certainly goes towards improving the beauty of this place. I'm just kind of driving around trying to see if there's not maybe something that I've missed or that I haven't seen yet. And also trying to locate these transformers in the process. I'm pretty sure there's at least one that I have not yet been to. And that one actually could be going down in the next couple of days if I don't find it. Is there something over there? Up on that hill? Kind of looked like there was something. Oh, we are in park ranger mode now. driving around, seeing something in the distance, and thinking, I gotta go investigate that. I know this place like the back of my hand, and that does not look familiar. What are you? You're next to one of these stone markers. Wow, look at that view. Huh. Let's write this thing. I don't suppose we can use it, can we? Come on. What is that? Some kind of silo? But it looks like there's just like light coming from below. And I can hear like a low rumbling. Alright, well, let's just eat this MRE that's been here for who knows how long. Screwdriver, a couple of batteries. Now what have we got here? Day 41. We finally got more financial support for our mission. We can get deeper this time. But today I noticed something interesting. The hole made one deep, bassy sound. Couldn't record it, and I don't know if it was naturally made sound, but it sounds like a really deep metal squeak. This hole is pretty weird. You're telling me. And I definitely hear that bassy rumble. Electric generator. Well, I can grab it, fuel it up. Maybe that's what I need to do? A welding mask? Let's start breaking some of these down. How does one open this up? We probably need to fuel up the generator, right? Where are you? Oh, you're another weird tile. Okay, collect that, definitely. And there is gas down here. Fuel 100. Let's see where this goes and stop making annoying physics sounds. Ooh, and a burger. Burger, and... Ooh, and a drive. And it is a big drive, 8.5 megabytes. Okay, we're taking this with us. But can we use you? Seriously, can we use you in some way? You're full now. Is there somewhere we can interact? Back here, well, there's a couple of plugs. I just can't figure out how to do it. Well, whatever the deal is with this thing, that'll have to wait until later. In the meantime, I'm really, really interested in processing that drive. Oh, there's so much good stuff here, and I'm going to bring it all back. Well, let's get going. Who knows, maybe I could even Project Zomboid my way and drag that thing all the way back. But in the meantime, I think we'd be better served just processing this drive. And I'm seeing more Firewatch towers out in the distance, suggesting that all of this must be some kind of like national park or something, and we're just this one sealed off section that we operate in. But once more, I'm just left feeling like there's a lot they're not telling me. Now you here. Yeah, you just seem to end right here. Have we fixed you before, or are you one we haven't seen? There you are, cycle 38. Yeah, no, you've been going down for a long time, and look at all these MREs. We're never even going to have to order any at this rate. I'm not even going to take them with me right now because I'm so loaded down with them. I really feel heard, you know? I mean, I say heard. I was playing a version that was a couple months out of date. All these signals from the stars that we've been processing, and somehow the one I'm most excited for is just the normal one we found left by a bunch of goons up by the hill. Let's drop a couple of these tiles just so we know where they are. I wonder what kind of puzzle we're meant to solve with those, or if there even is a solution yet. In any case, let's put you here, because we are actually starting to run a little bit low on time. Actually, no, we're not. We sent out the drive. Okay, I'm not worried anymore. But let's save signal. Dwarf planet. And keep you around for now. Now, as for you... And I'm going to be taking your advice and listening to this at every single level. We just can't afford to miss anything with something like this. It's one of a kind. Yeah, now that is going to take a little while. I'm thinking maybe we put more points now into computer power. So let's do a couple of those. And grab some more drives. I'm having a look at some of the new things. Why is there a hazmat suit in the game? Game, why would I want a hazmat suit? And ultra bait boxes, lure, luck, and no bite. What are those? Honestly, the items they offer in the company's store raise so many questions. Also, the password changer is no longer listed as work in progress. Look at that image. Yeah, I don't know if you can even see it, but I just barely saw the silhouette of the drone arriving. Maybe we can get into the bunker now. Maybe it's worth saving and trying once we have some more points on us. And I am real anxious to find out what's on here. But even with all our upgrades, where everything processes so quickly, this is like several times larger than anything we're usually dealing with. There's got to be some good info, maybe even how to open that thing, or what it is they were looking for. Really? These things, like, never seem to fail anymore. Alright, well, start calibrating. I'm sure a lot of you are down on that since I haven't done that in a while. Wow, these MREs are not nearly as good as they used to be. Either that or the ones that we're finding out there just don't have a complete amount. Huh. I can actually hear a sound on the thing now before it didn't make one. I don't know how long it would take to actually break through this, or if I can. Maybe there's something more I can do? There's our midnight emails. Are you done? Okay, so clearly this is some kind of message. A handful of characters. I'm not going to sit here and try and parse this out. But a whole lot of pound symbols and just occasionally readable letters. And I just heard something crash in the other room. You guys heard that, right? I think it would have been louder if it had come from the ATV bay. Hello, little firefly, or whatever you're supposed to be. Huh. Maybe this place really is haunted. But what about you? How far along are you? Only 70%. Alright, we don't have time for this right now. We should probably report this. Another blank from Dr. Lair. Alright, what's our new daily task? 3 level 0, 1 level 1, and 2 level 2. Okay, so these guys that we've got, they're going to level 2 as soon as this is done, but we might have to put off finishing it for a while because of how long it takes. Once we get this going, Gulf and India are right next to each other, so completing the reports should be very easy. But this is my... I really don't want to call it this, but this is my Al Capone's vault right now. Hopefully not for the outcome, but certainly for the anticipation. For now. Something out pretty close to the base, actually. There is something there. There's some, like, blue object in the sky. What is that? Hang on, wait. We have our target. It's in that direction. We've got to go see that. I mean, that's more important than... I guess I can do this first. I hope I'm not missing out on anything. Come on. Let's open that up. Make sure we close this, since now we've got ghosts on top of everything. What? Did you see that? Did you see that? As soon as we left, it's like there was like a warp effect or something, and then it just disappeared. Maybe I should buy a camera. I know that I can. Why is that tower blinking like that? Or, oh, maybe that actually indicates that it's down? Okay, we'll check that out. Actually, you know what? No. No waiting around, because with my luck, we'll get back and it won't be doing that anymore. Oh, I see. It's probably just the way, like, it moves very quickly between those blades. Alright. Alright, false alarm, I think. Man, this job is making me so paranoid that every little thing looks like aliens or ghosts or Bigfoot. But then again, it hasn't given me much reason to not be paranoid either. Okay, well, that was the worst thing that could happen. I panicked and got stuck when I heard something very clearly moving around out there. But it doesn't actually seem content to show itself. If it wanted me, it could have had me. Oh, it heard me voice my concerns. You know, I had complained that there was like a drought of stuff going on in this game. Not complaining now. Not complaining at all. In fact, I kind of wish it would leave me alone for just a bit. No. No, it does appear that some of them are actually blinking. And once more, I don't know if that has anything to do with their status or what. That was a very loud noise, and whatever it is very angry. And following me, that's the other thing, and definitely following me. Close these behind me. Notably, these don't have a lock on them. You know, it's always good to see lights on when you come home, even if, well, you are the only one that's going to be here. But yeah, we've knocked that out of the way early. Strange things are definitely afoot. We're seeing lights in the sky now on top of everything. But at least the delivery has been made, and we can mostly chill here for a while. I like to imagine as the sun rises that ever since what I saw last night, I've just been sitting here doing my job, but constantly glancing out to see if it returns. Let's have a look. I know we can get a camera. That would probably be in the store, right? Under tools? Digital camera, yes. We're getting that as soon as possible. I was going to get the password changer, but that can wait. The digital camera, we're going to miss more things than not if we wait. And it's not very expensive. Now, it's becoming very clear at this point, though, that I'm going to have to find a better source of food. I was excited that I was swimming in MREs, but they're not really doing a whole lot for me. And it's probably mostly the cheeseburgers that have been sustaining me at this point. So we gotta... I'm going to be asking you, because I'm going to end this record session soon, but I'm going to be asking you, what is it that I should be buying in terms of food? These things are very, very funny like this, aren't they? They heal more than the MREs, at least for their cost. There's a fire extinguisher in here. Why might we need a fire extinguisher? That's something that troubles me a little bit. 3 of them, even. You're still, you're picking something up on the edge there. Is that in the opposite direction? I have a feeling activity on that radar is going to start picking up, isn't it? I don't see anything, but that doesn't mean there's nothing there. There's a lot of trees in the way. It is, just as I was starting to get comfortable, it removes, like, everything that we would use to keep ourselves fed. And we no longer have the mushrooms, at least not reliably. And we do still have this burger. Did I not get this thing before? Alright, well, whatever, I'll take it. Well, I suppose maybe we just start ordering burgers, right? I mean, then again, maybe it's not so bad. Maybe it's time to just experiment more with ordering different foods. Garbage dump, you're up again. Actually, you're still doing okay. You guys last quite a while. Alright, now that we've got all the processed ones that we need for today's job, I think now we can start focusing on finally getting this other guy done. What did I do with you? Alright, here. Oh, please let me pick you up. Thank you. There you go. And let's learn what this is all about. I'll end this video once we've done that. You know what? How expensive is food? Because I'm wondering if maybe I don't order, say... What's cost effective? Cookies probably don't get me very much. Tacos... MREs, I feel like, if they're only gonna heal a couple of hunger, then they shouldn't cost this much anymore, right? So let's try a food box and a shrimp pack. Let's learn something new. I just love seeing it come over the hill like that from the same direction every time. And I guess we'll sample some of these new delicacies and figure out what it is we should be getting. Although once again, I'm still deferring to you to understand what the true best of the best is. To be honest, I'll settle for something that'll just keep me going for a little longer. Leaving the door open, not my favorite thing. Alright, let's try it. The shrimp pack. Hold and nom nom nom. Okay, shrimp. Shrimp is good. Shrimp is very, very good. Alright, and we'll hold on to that and try the food box? I think it looked like a takeout box next time. Okay, shrimp is the way to go for now. It's cheaper than the MRE and seems to heal a lot more. Even for all our upgrades, this one's taking a while to download. Exoplanet. Maybe we'll listen to this one, even if it's not an unknown object. However, there is an object we have right here that is quite a bit bigger than some of the other stuff. In terms of file size, I mean, which is something I'm starting to pay more attention to. I don't know, maybe we'll listen to that in the next episode. I want to start getting these out more quickly because, well, even if it's not a regular, like, every other day series, I do want to do more with this. Anxiously waiting. There we go. The drive that we found at the drill hole is fully complete. Okay, that jump scared me. I was all about to be like, oh, it is an Al Capone's vault, but... Oh my god. Okay, so once again, this is probably just me. That sounded organic, don't you think? But then again, it could be... They had described what they said was like some kind of bassy metal sound from the deep, and that could very well be it. But why did they just leave it there? Why didn't they report it? Something like that probably requires some really heavy equipment, so that raises so many questions. Oh, well, hang on, let's obviously save that. Oh, good lord. It's starting to become exceptionally clear that we're not alone out here. In our base, above, and from below. I don't think it's just by virtue of what we're doing here. There's something with this place, in my opinion. But anyway, we'll start processing up that object. There you go. And as for the others, well, you can... well, actually, we'll get a drive in here, and then we'll use that as our third for the day. I think I'm starting to hear those footsteps. I just heard like a scrape over to my right. And the thing is, I could understand if there were things like sitting haphazardly, but for things to come and go so quickly, I think there's something more to that. I think I'm starting to hear some of those footsteps that my predecessor was talking about. Now, from that object, we are picking up some text. In fact, it does not look too unlike what we received in the email. Something trying to reach us? And did it have to make a Gmail account to do so? Anyway, right here we've got all we need to finish today's job. Drop, drop, drop. And I think we're about ready to end it here. My god, this is unbelievably exciting, and it seems like most of my big problems have been solved, both in terms of learning how to play the game better and through the amazing updates that this game has received. I feel like it's refined some of the things I didn't like, and really, really expanded on some of the things we did. And we'll learn a little bit more next time. We've got that processing going. Sorry, Darwin, it's a little bit crowded up there. Let me take some of that from you. We can grab this. Might as well get some money for that. There's still room for 2, so we might as well send out 2 of these redundant level 3s. Not like they're doing much there anyway. And we can call for what should surely be a whole ton of cash. Yep, that 4 is back. I actually saw it in yellow for just a moment. I don't know what that means. Maybe we'll start upgrading radar. One thing I'm really going to ask you guys for is how I should start making better use of this radar. In the meantime, I'm just going to go outside. Maybe that's even a job for the telescope. But I definitely think we're being visited much more closely now. And I'm definitely going to buy that digital camera first thing next episode. We're finally here. We're finally at the point where I'm visually scanning the skies myself for what might be out there. Anything new from you at level 2? The message is a little bit more complete, but I'm starting to resolve something in the visual noise. Okay, in the next part, we're gonna finally finish you. But in the meantime, I guess we just wait and see what the results of that job are. There we are. And it seems like we get 50 points for that, 104 for the other. 75 for the total amount. Look at that, 276 points. And great job. I can even hear the rocks and sand. Gotta release the papers as soon as possible. Yeah, there's a lot of exciting things in there. Not all of it from space. But you're still not telling me about what it is we found up by that drill hole. Well, next time we'll figure out what it is that unknown object holds for us. And a lot more, I'm sure. But until then, if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to suggest that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. If you want to try this game out for yourself, that link will also be in the description. If you want to support me on Patreon, that link will be in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one.